There's a store down in Florida called Florida Gun Supply, and its owner is Andrew Hallinan, and he has decided to do a video explaining how his place is going to be a Muslim-free zone. Interesting. In America. Fascinating. Well, let's go to the pathetic video to find out why he's doing this.
I have a moral and legal responsibility to ensure the safety of all patriots in my community. And so effective immediately, I'm declaring Florida Gun Supply as a Muslim-free zone. I will not arm and train those who wish to do harm to my fellow patriots.
Oh my God, that's amazing. He says he will not arm people looking to do harm to his fellow patriots, as he's got a giant Confederate flag behind him. The guy who just did harm to his fellow patriots, if he actually means those words, was Dylan Roof. Just shot and killed 9 people, proudly displaying the Confederate flag. Totally forget about it. Don't care, didn't see it. See no evil, hear no evil, I don't want to talk about it. It's the Muslims, it's the Muslims, it's the Muslims. Unbelievable. Then he does a long defense of the Confederate flag about how it's not about racism. Dude, somebody just bought a gun. You're saying, hey, I'm not going to sell guns to Muslims. Bought a gun, shot 9 black people inside a church, and he loved the Confederate flag and often posed with the Confederate flag. I don't see it. I don't see it. It's the Muslims. It's the Muslims. So let's get more specific on that issue.
Our leaders are telling you that Islam is a peaceful religion, full of tolerance and love and hope. Don't believe their lies. We're in battle, patriots, but not only with Islamic extremism. We're also in battle against extreme political correctness that threatens our lives. Because if we can't call evil evil for fear of offending people, then we can't really defeat our enemies.
You got to call evil evil. You got to say what the real problem is, Islam. Sounds like some atheists I know. It's Islam, it's Islam. You got to say it's Islam. Just add Confederate flag in the background, same exact thing. Now wait, you watch him on CNN, you'll see that he says the same exact thing as the atheist fundamentalists. Okay, now, unlike us rational atheists and agnostics. So, let's take a look at his core ideology here. He sells guns. He's a huge believer in the Second Amendment. Except when it comes to Muslims. Oh, right. Now, didn't we talk about this on the show? We said they love the Second Amendment and your right to own a gun as long as it's white people who own guns. Now, you have a lot of black folks show up with guns. All of a sudden, that Second Amendment is going to get a little wishy-washy. That was one example we used. The second example we used was, what if Muslims kept showing up with guns? What if Muslims showed up at an airport like right-wingers are, carrying around their assault rifles? Second Amendment, not so much. Well, this guy makes it explicit. He's like, guns? No, those are just for white folks who believe in the Confederate flag. They're not for you Muslims. But wait a minute, they're Americans. They're 100% American, just like you. Oh, no, of course not. No guns for the Muslims. Why? Well, you see, Islam is a different religion than all the other religions. It is evil at its core. Okay, so now let's see him get theoretically nuanced on CNN and see if it makes any more sense.
It will be done on a case-by-case basis. You know, the broader picture here is that we want to bring light to Islam's tenets as a whole. We do believe that Islam is evil at its core, and that the Koran is built to establish a one-world order, a caliphate.
If a white supremacist is a Christian and follows the Bible, is that the same as a Muslim who follows the Quran? Are they both the same in your book if they're intent on committing mass murder?
Yeah, so my goal is to keep guns away from anybody who's going to use these for any sort of violent actions. And I do believe that Islam at its core is violent. I am not saying in any way, shape, or form that every Muslim is violent at all or evil at all. The vast majority of Muslims are peace-loving, normal everyday Americans and people that are not out to seek the jihad. So I'm not denying guns to Muslims who read the Quran. I am denying guns to Muslims who believe the Quran exactly the way it's written and wish to establish a caliphate, a one-world order, and kill unbelievers for not believing.
Well, first of all, how the hell would you know that? So if that's all you were saying, no one would disagree. Hey, I won't sell guns to people who want to establish a one-world order caliphate and will do violence with the gun I'm about to sell them to establish that caliphate. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Nobody would sell that guy a gun, right? And so, but that's not what you said. You said that you were establishing a Muslim-free zone. That's exactly what you said. And you said 2 different times there. Standard thing that the atheist bigots say too. Right? And I don't know if this guy's a Christian, a bigot, or I don't know what, or an atheist. I don't know. I do know he's a bigot. So he says, oh, no, I get it. I'm not saying all Muslims. I'm not saying all Muslims. Except you said a Muslim-free zone. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying the majority of Muslims. No. I'm saying Islam is evil at its core, and Islam at its core is inherently violent. The problem is Islam. I've heard these arguments before, right? So, but which one is it, dude? Is it a Muslim-free zone? Is it all Muslims? Or is it, no, just the Muslims looking to do violence? If you're talking about Muslims who are going to declare jihad, well, then everybody agrees with you, schmuck. Of course you don't give those guys guns. You also don't give, as Costello asked there, you don't give a Christian radical, Christian fundamentalist, someone who says, yeah, I'm going to go kill people with this. Yeah, I hope you don't sell them a gun. Everybody agrees to that. That's not controversial, right? If you say Muslim-free zone, then you do mean all Muslims, and we don't agree with that, and you are a bigot. But he doesn't want to say that. He wants to obfuscate. So he wants to say, well, I didn't say all Muslims, but Islam is the worst, isn't it? Isn't it the worst? Anyone who actually believes Islam's tenets, aren't they the worst? Aren't they worse than the other religions? Now, let me go to the atheist. And again, I don't know what this guy's religious beliefs are. I love these guys who love to distinguish, okay? Like, oh, no, I was born into Christianity. Yeah, Christianity's wrong. I'm an atheist now. And yeah, Christianity might have done some things in the past. But it's okay. Islam's the worst. Well, I didn't say all Muslims. I mean, should we do anything? What are the consequences? Now, wait a minute. Who's the apologist? I'm saying, for example, Islam is 100% wrong. I say that, right? What do you want me to say? It's 110% wrong? It's 100% wrong. It's not true. Christianity, 100% wrong. Judaism, 100% wrong. You like to say, oh, no, but Islam, core. Its core is a problem. How about Christianity's core, where we all die in Armageddon? How about all that? Billions of people killed in a genocide by Jesus Christ. It's in the book. Read the book. Oh, you were raised in that. Oh, that hurts your feelings. Who's the apologist now? Oh, no, but we don't really believe that. Christians are good people because we don't really believe our texts. No, I'm an atheist. I mean, I don't believe in the text, but But don't say anything mad. I don't know, but my dad's a Christian and I like him. My aunt's a Christian. She's lovely. No, but Muslims at their core, I didn't say all Muslims. At their core, I didn't say Muslims. No. You're exactly like this guy. Why do you keep pointing out the core of Islam? Because you would like to take actions against Muslims, and you'd like to justify that. Okay, then I ask you, as Ben Mankiewicz asked on this show last week, to what end? So whether it's this gun shop owner or it's one of the atheist bigots, okay, to what end you keep talking about Islam and Muslims while pretending not to talk about Muslims? To what end? Okay, let's say you were right and this idiot gun shop owner was right. What would you like to do next? Okay, you win. It's the fucking Muslims. Not all Muslims, not the majority of Muslims, but it's the Muslims. It's Islam at its core. Anyone who actually believes in Islam is the enemy. I didn't say Muslims. I just said anyone who believes in Islam. Oh, you're so sophisticated. What a joke. It's infantile sophistry. And you think you're sophisticated and nuanced. You amuse me to no end. Okay, so let's say you're right. Islam is the problem. Why don't you say it? Say it. It's Islam. Okay, then what would you like to do next? Now, I think Islam is not true. What I would like to do next is education to eradicate the problem of religion. I would like to do education throughout the world. And I'm not just being a pleasant little liberal, sure, let's educate people. No, let's bring the internet everywhere. Let's bring it with porn. Let's bring it with facts. Let's bring it with everything that it's got. Because we're going to win. Because human nature is to be in favor of sex. Human nature is eventually to be in favor of knowledge and to acquire that knowledge and get to the right place. Okay? That's my suggestion. Your suggestion is what? Muslim-free zones. Let's check in on the Muslims. Let's pat them down at airports. Let's treat them differently than other people. Wait, if it's not Muslims, why are you wanting to treat them differently? Oh, you don't want to treat them differently. Then what fucking point are you making? Oh, you want to bomb them in different places, right? In Iraq, in Syria, Gaza. Yemen, you want to do all those bombings, right? No, I'm a liberal. I don't want to do those bombings. I'm not with that guy. I'm not with the guy with the Confederate flag and Muslim-free zones. Okay, then who are you with? What do you want to do? What action would you like to take against Muslims? I mean, I don't mean Muslims. I mean the people who believe in Islam. Nice distinction. What would you like to do? You would like to have different rules. Just say it. Don't be an apologist for your position. Have some balls. If you're gonna have a position, just fucking have it. Don't dance around. Tell me what you'd actually like to do with Muslims. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. So tell me, what is it? Tell me the different rules you'd like to apply to Muslims. If there are no different rules, and it doesn't have any implications in any policy, okay, great. Then we agree. So tell me that you agree with me. Which one is it? No. At your core, you're exactly like this gun rights owner, this gun shop owner. He wants to discriminate. He wants to focus his bigotry and his hatred somewhere, and he's just using these arguments about Islam's core to do that. That's the right answer. That's the reality. You can't stand that because I'm shining a mirror to you and showing you what you're actually about. #suck it, Young Turks.